Tonight, we're going to be talking about our predictions for next weekend's New York Toy Fair. We'll talk about all of that and more tonight on Geek Dad Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Dad Live. My name is Jay Gladfelter. I'm your host, your MC of the evening, and joining me tonight are a couple of my good friends. First up, he's been a couple of weeks since he's been on the main show. Let's welcome back Gary from Wax Nostalgic Network. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. Long time no see.
It's been like a day. I'm good to see you. And then marking his fourth appearance in a row. I guess he's just a permanent host now. Please welcome Quip. How you doing, Quip?
I am doing well, as always, down to talk toys. Happy to be here with you, Gary, and the GDL family.
Likewise.
I'm happy to have you. I gotta say, this is referring to last week's episode. Last week, we only have like under an hour to get it done because of the SNL thing and et cetera, et cetera. I didn't get the chance to comment on your wardrobe last Sunday.
Okay.
I've even seen in the chat today, there was a lot of, it was like this cool green Hugh Hefner-esque, leisure robe suit situation. What was, you want to share what designer you're wearing last week?
It was Target.
Very nice.
My favorite designer.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a cardigan that I had gotten from Target. It's kind of like a velvety type deal.
It looked very velvety. It looked very soft.
It's nice. It's nice. So I have a green one, and I also sometime I will have to wear the maroon one, which is even more like that, luxury. It's not a robe, but it's a sweater. It's still nice. It feels, I had to wear something snazzy for the Mondo folks.
I love it. Whenever you do wear the maroon one, all I ask is that you just have like a pipe, just
absolutely
a little pipe. It could be even like a bubble pipe or something.
It'll be bubbles. Yeah, even better. It'll definitely be bubbles.
All right. Let's say hello to the chat. It's hot. This is our first Sunday stream at its proper time in a couple weeks. Super Bowl, SNL 50th anniversary. So good to be back at our normally scheduled time. Let me scroll back here to around 9. We've got ourselves Josh Lane, Nelson A. Deadheads, Deep Space Niner, Tony Johnson, Justin Huber, the movie guy, Hawkstop Animations, Dora Laxon, good lord, Jack Knight, Toygasaurus, Tucker Prime, Peak Obi-Wan, Texas Toy Addict is here, Ashnod, Luis Baerstos, the Culture Vulture, Saturday Morning Fan, the Retro Goat is in the house, a little bit of whimsy is always nice to have, Texas Toy Addict, Video Power Gaming in the house, Grain Train, Rodney Winch, Chris Bruno, Joel Coleman is here, Boo Cat in the house. Good to see a Boo Cat. We've got Studio Henge as well. Gage Bullock, Shogun, Deadhead, so many more. Thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out. I got Mike here, Paul Galliano, GD on my phone, and SAG Awards on my TV. What a night. That's right, SAG. It's award season. So much stuff.
It is.
There we go.
What's up, Robot Reviews? Oh, we got Brian Brink, Master of the Charts. We'll check in on those as a HasLab successfully funded. That's exciting. Okay, here's my question. Quip, you said you had a giveaway you wanted to do tonight.
I do have a giveaway.
You don't have to. I don't want you to feel pressured. But do you want to do the giveaway tonight?
Absolutely. I would like to do the giveaway this evening.
Well, you have the floor, my friend. What are you trying to give away tonight?
Okay. All right. So for those of you who joined us on Geek Dad Life After Dark last week, you may know that I purchased just a few of the Jada Street Fighter Ryus that were on sale. And at the same time that sale was going on. By
few, I think you bought like 5. It was kind of absurd. Not spoiler alert.
And we'll actually get into that. I'll have to take you down the road that I like to call Quiplash. But before we talk about that, I've actually picked up, so they were on sale too. So I got the whole wave 1 of the Jada Street Fighter toys, and I was thinking, you know what? It'd probably be fun to just give them away, help start somebody else's collection.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll have this. We'll duck around and find out with a little bit of a duck race, and we'll see
Okay.
who the lucky winner is.
I love
Wave
it.
1 of the Jada Street Fighter toys.
That's a damn good giveaway. Wave 1. That's a big deal. It's your giveaway. What do you want the light goal to be, Quip?
How many viewers do we have? I don't know how to see it in actual
There's 250 right now. My guess is that will probably grow as the night goes on.
Okay. Let me think. See,
don't be easy, but then don't be like Gary and be like 700 or whatever.
Yeah. I want 1 million. Let me think. You said they're 250 now?
256. That see, just keeps growing. I mean, don't shortchange it.
I don't want to shortchange it because I know people will come in. Let's call it it's 225. Is that good? Is that a good one?
No, that's too low. You're being too
low?
nice. Yeah.
Too low.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Let's go 246 then for funsies.
246. 300? 246.
Not 300. That's too much. I want to give these away.
Fine, 246 likes, folks. But here, okay, I'm gonna put a cap on it. Everyone, you have to hit 246 likes by like 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. So that means you've got, I don't know, 40 minutes, 35 minutes. So what do you say, 246?
246.
246. That's the like goal. Everybody that's watching around. There's already more people watching this than 246 right now. So hit the like button, and don't miss out on your chance. We've got a lot of member anniversaries. Let me call those out real quick. We've got a little bit of Whimsy, a new member. Welcome to the GDL family.
I got family.
We've got Video Power Gaming member for 11 months. Tucker Prime, a new member.
I got family.
Welcome, Tucker Prime. We got Brian Carr, member for 20 months. Riley Bob, member for 30 months. Chad Stewart, 15 months. Dave gave away 5 Geek Dad Life memberships. Thank you, Dave. That was very kind. Hawkstop Animations gave a $2 super chat. Looking forward to the Jazzwares FNAF figures. What is that? Final... I don't know.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Thank you. I'm an old man. I don't know those new things. That's why you're here, Gary.
Oh, great. We're all screwed if that's the case.
Well, you're younger. You're younger than me, right? I think.
By a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's where you're good. I think Toy Sorceress member for 30 months. Oh, goodness. Oh, we've also got a lot of new members because all these gifts going on. Super Jeff Good Gamer became a member.
I got family.
Welcome. Slave to Leia member for 30 months as well. Slave to Leia, I think, got the last giveaway we did. Did that ever arrive? Hopefully that arrived, Slave to Leia, that She-Ra set. Okay. Gentlemen, big deal coming up here at next, or really Saturday, I think it kicks off. It is Toy Fair season with New York Toy Fair kicking off. I'm kind of excited, but also a little wary, like what could happen. So we'll have to say, we got $10 super chat. What's going on here? Hold on.
Ooh.
Matt had reviews. I was nervous before you announced your guest, but now that it's not who, I'm happy to watch. By the way, John, this is a super chat. It's something you do to support your friends. Johnny Nostalgia. What is Johnny Nostalgia up to? I don't even think he's watching. He's probably sleeping right now. Matt Hatter, way too kind, far too gracious. My friend, are you gonna be at Toy Fair? Like, do we have to do some guessing on old Flipboard? So we'll maybe let us know. But always good to see you, my friend. Shots fired at it. Also, if you haven't seen Hatter's review of that Not Gandalf from what was that company called? Wildcat or something with a cat. Go check it out. Really funny video, really funny intro that also features Johnny New Toys. So definitely go check out that. Whoa, 50, Michael. What is this?
Is that a typo? Oh,
wow.
Mike gifted 50 Geek Dad Life memberships. What is going on?
Very kind.
Feeling generous.
Yes.
Tonight's the night. We got Quips giving away the wave 1 of the Jada Toys Street Fighters. Dave gave away 5 Jada memberships, and Michael gave away 50 years old Geek Dad Life memberships. Mad Hatter's dropping $10 super chats. It's going crazy. It's going crazy already. Oh, I love this. It's pronounced Jandoff.
For legal reasons. It's Gandalf.
Jay got booze money for real now. I'm still doing not dry. It's more like a damp February. So I'm not drinking booze during the live stream. This is a tea. So Colleen got me this tea mug with the Geek Dead Life logo on it. Isn't that nice?
That's awesome.
That's very nice.
I thought you were drinking coffee earlier, actually. So it was.
No, I can't drink coffee.
I was like,
no,
risky man.
no. This is a throat coat to keep my vocal cords, able to talk all night. Yeah, exactly. It's how I keep these smooth.
Absolutely.
Smooth boys.
Jazz.
That's one of my favorites. Throat coat. Talking tea.
Bring in the tea. If you hit 300 likes, I'll send you a He-Man and Vecna 2-pack for a giveaway.
Whoa.
Tucker Prime's doubling down on the likes. So if we had 246. Quip's going to give away first wave of Jada Street Fighter, and Tucker Prime says if we hit 300 likes tonight, and we already have over 300 people watching, 318 people watching, he will send a He-Man and Vecna 2-pack for a giveaway. Oh my goodness, so much generosity.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna hop on and like it myself now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there you go. There you go. Can we buy that mug? Not currently, but work on it. Would people want a Geek Dad Life mug? Is that something?
Yeah. It's very nice.
It's a choice, and the choice of the new generation.
Yeah, right. God, I feel like I should give something away. Who wants this remote?
It's like people only do things for the money. T-Fun. Thank you, Matt Bush. $5 super chat.
Nice.
I want a mug shaped like Jay's head. That would just be one of those 7-Eleven mega gulp kind of things. That would.
I was gonna say there's not enough tea in the world, but
wait, was this after Dark Quip, or did you unveil what we were talking about it last week, but your head?
Yeah, it was after dark. So I joke, you're 7 5/8, right?
Yes.
So I'm a whole quarter-inch larger. My head is 7 7/8. So.
Yeah, almost 8. I think that's as big as a hat goes in baseball. So it's impressive. A lot of brains in that melon there, good sir.
Almost to the point to where I need a prescription hat.
It's called Moist February. No, nobody's saying more. Moist. Yeah. Anyway, Aeropot says he's jealous of Gary's Pearl Jam poster.
Oh, that is a very nice poster. Yeah.
I got it in New York at Madison Square Garden when I saw him. It was a limited release for that show.
Humble brag.
I don't get to brag about much.
Okay, and did we get a new member too? It's like just wild tonight. Yeah, KTS0082, new family member.
I got family.
Welcome, KTS. Okay. Woo, let's jump into it. Jump into the damn thing. Thanks by the third part tomorrow. There you go. Yeah, go. Mad Hatter reviews. Yeah, I assume everyone here watches Mad Hatter, but if you aren't, go do it. It's in Friends of GDL. Sub up, everybody. Okay. On Saturday, it kicks off outside of, I think, San Diego Comic-Con, the biggest weekend for toy news and toy reveals. It is New York Toy Fair. So it goes from Saturday, March 1st through, Tuesday, March 4th, somewhere around there. And most of the bigs, most of the heavies are going to be there showing off and showcasing their toys for the next year. And I actually have press access to go this year, and I was planning to go this year. But unfortunately, we got double booked with a family thing, so now I can't go. So there won't be any GDL coverage this year. Definitely gonna make it work next year. That being said, there's gonna be plenty of our friends there doing great coverage. Yes, have some. Toy Anxiety is gonna be there. Pixel Dan's gonna be there. Dan Larson's gonna be there. Plenty of people will be there for coverage. But that being said, it's kind of this is the one where just stuff can come out of left field. Like you don't even know where it's coming from, or have no idea on why a toy company want to make a certain thing. It wouldn't be for a giveaway. I'm so sorry. But anything can. That's why I think I like I don't like it more than San Diego. I like it for what it is, because San Diego's very nerdy, pop culture-y. This is just straight up like toys. Like, what are the toys that could be coming out in the next year? So usually it's tradition on the show. We'll do like a predictions. What do we think is going to happen ahead of one of these big shows? And this year is no different. So for our esteemed panel today of Quip and Gary, we're going to share out different predictions that we have for the big event next weekend. And who wants to kick us off on predictions? And everyone in the chat, you can predict too. I'll try and save them and plus them in. But go ahead.
I will ask you this real quick.
Yes.
Our predictions, as far as determining the rules of this engagement.
Ooh, okay.
Are we thinking, should we base it in reality of, hey, this is what we think we'll probably see, or should we give that way out in left field, what we're hoping to see, which is still within the realm of reality, but a little further out on the fringes?
I think we should try to do our best to predict.
Okay.
Right?
Got
because usually we'll do what we want at the beginning of the year, which we did do. This is more like, okay, little deductive reasoning, a little bit of reading the tea leaves. What do you see, and what do you see a logical thing being? But but that isn't, again, Toy Fair, things can come out of left field. So even if you have a left field, out there pick, it could still very well happen. You just want to maybe put some little bit of deductive reasoning behind him.
Absolutely. Okay.
Right on.
You want to go first, Gary?
Sure, I can go first.
Right.
I will start off by saying that, like, I told you this already, I don't really follow Hasbro and Mattel all that much unless it's brought up on here.
Sure.
Most of the lines.
You're more of an indie guy.
No, I didn't mean to be, but I guess I am.
Such a hipster.
Right. So I'm just going to paint these pictures with broad strokes. So for my first pick, I'm going to say that some toy company, possibly a new one, will release a Ninja Turtle. No. All
right, that's the game we're playing. Okay,
it's a damn good. That's playing it safe, Gary.
No, my for real first pick is this is the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie. And I have heard some rumblings, don't know who, but I believe that it's entirely possible that we will be seeing some Goofy movie inspired figures this year. I know with pretty good certainty, because I've seen leaked images, that Funko Pops are coming. But I also believe
Spoiler
that,
alert. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, Funko. But like, this is where it gets to wishful thinking for me, because what I would love to see is, like, I could see us getting Goofy movie style reaction figures or something.
Sure.
What I would love to see is like a resurgence of Super 7's Disney Ultimates line with the characters.
Sure.
Or something that gives us like highly posable, highly detailed action figures, possibly with a Build-A-Bigfoot.
Ooh, a Build-A-Bigfoot. That's fun.
That would be rad.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I can say, I believe it has been teased, but they haven't actually shown the figures. Mondo is going to do a Goofy movie squads. So that could absolutely fit the bill.
It could.
Or highly detailed. I don't know about highly articulated.
It won't be.
Squads are pretty basic articulation. But I definitely am looking forward to the Goofy movie squads. And no joke, that was on my list. So, all right. Goofy movie all the way. Hans or Mo? I mean, if we're answering that question.
Well, yeah, because one has Powerline and one doesn't. Even though I love Goof
Yeah.
Troop, but it's hard to not have Powerline.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact the Super 7 Disney partnership ain't gonna. There's nothing coming from that unless something drastically changes, which it could. You know, who knows? Mondo definitely, they have kind of staked their claim on it. They announced, they just show that they're going to do it. Or they showed the image of the Goofy movie logo. That was it at New York Comic-Con. But they are not setting. They're not. I asked Peter. They're not setting up at Toy Fair, so they're not going to have any reveals at Toy Fair. Okay. But Gary, I think you're on the right track here. Like if Funko's doing something, Mondo's doing something, that's under kind of one banner there. But yeah, who's to say somebody else can't do like highly articulated Goof Troop or Goofy movie stuff? Anyway, 30 years since that movie.
Crazy, right? I remember seeing it in the theater.
Same. I remember we went and saw it. God, I'm pretty. Where's old people? I went and saw a Goofy movie in the theater.
I was bobbing in the chair.
The popcorn was just a nickel.
Yeah. I believe they actually did show a short before that with Mickey's Runaway Brain. If I'm remembering correctly, which was one of the last times they did shorts until the more Get a Horse for Frozen or whatever that was. So, anyways, that's getting geeky into the lore, but yeah, I'd love to see it.
Goof Troop,
whatever,
or Goofy movie. Are you Goof Troop or Goofy movie, or it could be any of those?
Sure, I as long as it's Disney PJ Masks, I don't care.
Okay, all right, I love it. All right, Quip, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go?
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say McFarlane's going to do a Batman.
Just the fish in the barrel first. Fish in the barrel first. I like that.
Just easy pickings. But really thinking about it, if I had to bet, I would think. So are we talking new toy reveals? Like not something that we know is coming, but we'll get additional.
Well, no, I think if it's like, because I had a couple that were like figures have been released, but something more in that what could come next, like if that's something that you're thinking.
Okay. Alrighty. So the first one that I'm gonna say. So it's kind of in the realm. It's in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we'll actually get a reveal of the Spin Masters Superman toys, hopefully in that Kenner style. I'm really hoping that we see something like that at Toy Fair. So that'll be my first prediction on it.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is thank goodness I picked 4 because that was one of mine.
There you go.
So why do you think that's gonna be something that comes to be there, Quip?
Well, so I mean, Spin Masters has been doing pretty, I guess, getting back into the realm of those 5 POA toys.
Yes.
I mean, we've even got 5 points coming out of M.A.S.K, so it just feels like outside of reaction that a lot of people are making toys that kind of harken back to those, okay, these are toys for kids that still we as adult collectors can get into.
Yeah.
So thinking, okay, right off the heels of dropping those Target exclusives, rolling into Toy Fair, kind of maintaining that momentum, trying to maintain the excitement for the line to get that buzz, keep that buzz going. I'm thinking they're going to want to drop 1 or 2 figures that are going to be in that Superman line.
Love it. Okay, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. People are saying too, will we see the Fortress of Solitude? I think I know it's there's listings and stuff, but just a matter of like what comes to be. There is a couple super chats. I just want to plus those in. There's some actually I might save. Hawkstop, I might save yours for when we kind of maybe get to y'all's predictions. But I want to plus in this one that Matt Bush says, "Damn it, Quip, that was my joke." Finally. But yeah, no, I think it's a good pick, smart pick, educated pick, and it makes a lot of sense. My next one is kind of somewhere in that vein, and it's kind of a big picture kind of thing, and it is that I think there's gonna be some IP shakeup.
Okay.
What that's gonna be, I'm not 100%, but I kind of feel like one of the big licenses is gonna get swapped around. I feel like McFarlane could, let go of DC. Hasbro could let go of Star Wars. I just feel like it's been 5 years since McFarlane took on like Adult Collector DC. And it's been, God, if you count them, absorbing Kenner since the dawn of time for Lucasfilm. But I just feel like it seems they've run out of steam on the Star Wars front. And I don't know if McFarlane really knows what they kind of want to do next with superheroes. Maybe just feels a little out of the juice a little bit. And so I don't know exactly what it'll be. Maybe it's a bit of wishful thinking, but I think one of the big licenses that has been associated with a big brand for a while is going to get shooken up.
Interesting.
Okay. All right.
That's my guess. And maybe it doesn't happen, but maybe they can announce it or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Ramen Toys. Maybe Ramen Toys is gonna pick up the DC license. Yeah, you never know.
Ramen Toy is making Motu.
Exactly. He's wanted to. He's been trying. Good to see you, Ace. I think Ace will be stopping by. Was it next weekend you wanted to stop by, Ace?
Ooh.
Or was it the weekend after that? I sent you a text back. I didn't respond very quick, but I did
We're
respond.
talking Super M.A.S.K?
I think so. I think it's M.A.S.K.
Okay.
related. I'm pretty sure it's M.A.S.K. related.
Nice.
So I think I know the Star Wars has a live stream this week. Maybe it's like a goodbye, farewell. Alvita saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Adieu.
Well, I think it would be wise to announce it with some time to like close out and make everything final. So
Fanfare,
Yeah, and just be like, I don't. Not that I kind of want it to happen. Well, how do you all feel about like Star Wars or any that you feel like, gosh, I would like to see somebody else take a stab at this? Any that kind of ring for you or
somebody else take a stab at something. I'd like to see Hasbro's take on some of the DC figures. So
yeah, like merge Legends, get DC Legends, Marvel Legends. That'd be cool.
If I got to pick, that's what I would think. Yeah.
I think that's kind of a dream scenario, right? Have them all under one house. Well, Slave asked, why would you want Hasbro to lose Star Wars? You want to start over from the beginning? And maybe I don't feel anything. And maybe this is just a reflection on myself, but it's just Hasbro hasn't done outside of maybe the Ghosts that hasn't like stirred anything in me in a while. And maybe it's just my own problem. It's not Hasbro's problem, but I just feel like it's shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And even where it's like maybe they could just shake it up themselves, but it's just black. It's just the character selections, lack of vehicles. The only time you get a cool vehicle is if it's a HasLab or whatever, or a playset's a HasLab.
Who's going to give us the Ewok Village? That's what we want.
Exactly. And again, there's rumors of a Death Star HasLab. That stuff's been going around. So, maybe they go out with a bang and they do the Death Star this year, and then 2026 is a new I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But I have lost that love and feeling. You never close your eyes anymore when I buy a vintage
Star
collection.
Wars.
So Gary, what are you thinking as far as shake up? What's something that you wanted to see?
I kind of have to repeat what you said. I can't think of anything else that would, like, I don't know where I want Star Wars to go, but I know that I don't care about it where it's at this point. And I don't think McFarlane's the right place for it to go because, bye Princess Leia forever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's, I don't know, but I would like to see what Hasbro did with DC.
Yeah, Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
Oh, so I was going to say, that is kind of the one that everybody would be excited to see. So anybody else do DC, right? I saw it actually pop up in the chat. But another one that I thought of, which is a little lesser known, they've just kind of started it, but I think Jack Pacific is doing a lot of the Sega stuff, right? So they're doing like Sonic.
Yep.
And I know they've gone into Streets of Rage. I would like to see what Jada would do with the Sega license with respect to not only Streets of Rage, but my personal favorite Sega game, Crazy Taxi, because they also do like vehicles kind of.
Taxi.
Exactly. Yeah. So I just think it'd be kind of cool to get figures and then potentially like 1/12 scale taxis to go with those figures, right?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Jax is doing pretty well with the Sonic line, but outside of that, I feel like everything is underscaled and underwhelming. Like the Altered Beast figure is disappointing. The Super Monkey Ball is fine, and Streets of Rage could be better. You know, so it's like I'd like to see that license go elsewhere too.
Yeah. No, I would love that. Toy Otter royalty in this neck of the woods, going for 30 years this year without a break. It's time to move on. I think it is. We're going to the back of the Star Wars thing of just it has been 30. It's been since Power of the Force 2, and it hasn't had any time to like breathe or recuperate or regenerate into something new. And then Black Series was the last time something like revolutionary happened, and that was, when did Black Series start? 2012. When did Black Series start?
Let's see.
Is Jada doing Mortal Kombat? That's a great pick. But
no, Jada's got the Capcom. Jada's doing Capcom. I don't know.
You're right.
A lot of people want to see them do Mortal Kombat, and I don't know how much of that is so that they kind of lean on Storm Collectibles to maybe keep rolling out the characters. Sort of what happened with Street Fighter, where now they've got their Alpha line. I don't know if that's wishful thinking, because Jada really came out the gate. I mean, they've already teased all of the Street Fighter 2 roster.
Yeah.
And this is year 2 right now? Wave 4? I think
technically, yeah. I don't think Wave 4 is even out. Wave 3 is on shelves. Wave 4 is coming.
Yeah, Wave 4 I think might have just opened. Sagat and Blanca, which we might talk about a little bit. But yeah.
Okay.
We might.
I love but also I do want to plus this in. I love me some Sega Genesis, and I love me some Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah,
Toe Jam and Earl would be freaking awesome. I was actually we've been recently going through old Sega games in our house because Alex, who's 7, has gotten into them, and I put the second Toe Jam and Earl. What's it called? Toe Jam and Earl.
Something on Funkatron.
Yeah, Funkatron.
Yeah,
and I was just like, dude, you had to be there, but this is like such a wild game. And then, but he loved it. He was just like, this game is amazing. I was like, I know. And it's so 90s. Yeah. It's so 90s. Okay. So those are the shakeups. I love everybody's picks and calls. I would love more Sega, because there's so much stuff there you could do with Sega. And Jada with Mega Man's pretty dope. So, have them take it on. Panic on Funkatron.
It's Panic on Funkatron. Yeah.
That's right.
There we go.
Wait, that's you. Why am I plussing you in? Why, you just say
I'm everywhere.
Echo the Dolphin, Kid Chameleon.
Oh, yeah.
And then
to go back to Toe Jam and Earl real quick. So imagine, if you will, a world where, all right, we're getting 1/12 scale Toe Jam and Earl, and I say this because this is the only iteration where I think it would be fun to go through. I hate blind boxes, but if they also did blind boxes like the presents that you discovered on the planets that had different things in them and you didn't know, that would be pretty cool.
That would be fun.
People are asking in the chat, what the hell is Toe Jam and Earl? I'm trying to get a picture real quick just to show it off here.
That's not going to clarify it if they don't know it by name.
That's true. Maybe seeing the images will, jar something in there. This picture is too damn small.
Yeah. Oh, Vector Man.
Have you ever made a connection between Toe Jam and Earl and Doctor Who? Have you ever thought about that? Where they get... Well, because they get on an elevator to go to like different planets or different parts of the universe in order to find their spaceship effectively. But Doctor Who, so I'm drawing the connection kind of like, it's not time travel, but it's space travel. So much like the phone booth was similar to the police box, the phone booth in Bill and Ted is like the police box. I'm thinking the elevator may have been inspired by the TARDIS of just being able to travel around. I don't know. I just thought about it. It just popped in my head. I was like, I wonder if there is some sort of inspiration.
Possible.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, don't see why not. I don't see why not. But yeah, love that shakeup there. Panzer Dragoon.
Ooh.
Nights into Dreams. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So gosh, is it back to you, Gary, as a prediction? What's your next prediction?
Well, weirdly enough, my next prediction was
Toe Jam and Earl.
No, Jada doing Mortal Kombat. But let's just talk about Jada for a minute, because they're doing
Jada or
so
Jada?
much.
I think we're just saying it's Jada.
I've always heard Jada from Toy Migos, like. So.
I've always said Jada, but I don't know where I got that from, so I'm probably wrong. But Jada, that feels wrong to me. Jada is doing the Lord's work. Like they are doing incredible Mega Man figures, incredible Street Fighter figures. Like, yes, we had Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat in the same scale from Hasbro back in the day with the G.I. Joe figures. But I would love to see Mortal Kombat in the same style and size and everything as the Street Fighter figures. Also, they're doing Scooby-Doo, which I believe was mentioned earlier. Yes. I would love to see them get into other Hanna-Barbera properties. Jay already heard me say this yesterday. Like, I would love Johnny Quest figures because that is such an undervalued property, and I understand there's some issues with it potentially, but Haji being that issue, right? Like a mystic shaman type character maybe doesn't play so well in today's modern society, but he doesn't have to be a mystic shaman. He can just be his friend, his Indian brother. So like I would love to see more of that, because Galoob's really the only one who's given us Johnny Quest figures. And yeah, so I just look forward to seeing what Jada shows off, and hopefully Dr. Wily's in there.
There's the thing with like Hanna-Barbera, there is so much.
Yeah.
You've got, because I'm thinking what, Jabberjaw. You've got
Huckleberry
Josie
Hound.
and the Pussycat.
Yeah. Josie and the Pussycats would be amazing.
Yeah, and then the big one, which I immediately typed in the chat when you said Hanna-Barbera, is the Wacky Races.
Yeah,
Again,
all the cars.
Jada, who specializes in vehicles, or at least did before. I mean, clearly they specialize in figures too.
Right.
But getting to the roots of Jada, Space Ghost would be fantastic. But yeah, Wacky Races, just to get the racers and then to also get their corresponding vehicles would be a sweet setup just on any shelf.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, Jada isn't setting up at Toy Fair. Maybe they'll announce something, whatever. Maybe that puts the kibosh on them getting some big license, because you'd think they would set up there to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't they setting up there? You should tell us why. That's they should be there, right?
I would agree.
Judging by your thumbnail, they're going to be there, so somebody should let them know.
I'm trying to think of some like deep cut Hanna-Barbera stuff. Wasn't there was it Mighty Mouse and the Moon Men? There's like a Hanna-Barbera Mighty Mouse show. I think I just want Mighty Mouse action figures. That
would be cool.
Because I Mighty Mouse was like, I loved Mighty Mouse as a kid. And then
what were the Snorks? I was like, what were the underwater Snorks?
Yeah, underwater Smurfs, that's it.
Along with the Snorks.
There was a time where Toys R Us, and I wish I remembered who the toy company was that was making them, but they did make some figures like, but I feel they were more statues of like Tom and Jerry and Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. And I think Space Ghost might have gotten a figure at that point, but like Space Ghost occasionally gets remembered. It's just, I feel like Johnny especially is largely forgotten these days.
C-Lab 2020. I'm thinking more now into the Adult Swim. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Snork. I just had one that came back to me. Casper and the Angels,
Hmm.
where it's like Casper. If I'm trying to remember, it's like he's in space. Casper the ghost, the friendly ghost, is in space, and there's these two female space police officers, and uh and they're joined by the rambunctious but good-hearted, hairy, scary, a large, shaggy, 1,000-year-old ghost. I watched I grew up in, I'm an elder millennial where, like, you know, they would just show random old cartoons on cable because that's all they had, and
it was the best.
And you know, so the chat's flying, and somebody may have already said this, but for all the deep cuts and conversations, Casper and the Angels, it's wild.
Casper and the Angels, I'm saying, look it up. I watched it, I loved it, and I would love.
But we haven't said Flintstones, like, because I know they're doing the Pebbles, and we haven't said the Jetsons either. Where
true, but Jay, I don't think that's a kids movie. No, I promise, it's real. It's real.
I'm looking at it now.
Are there images? I haven't watched it. Just like as I was going through these Hanna-Barbera things.
I see like a big, I guess, title.
Yeah.
screen.
Okay. Yes. This is it. Oh, it's like this is taking me back. Casper and the Angels. Hold on, I'm pulling up an image now. It's legit, people, and I'm telling you now, it's the next license that's gonna sweep the nation. Casper and the Angels.
Oh wow.
There you go.
And this is the hairy, scary guy. And I don't know why Casper's in space, but whatever.
I'd love to just.
You can go wherever.
That's true. Yeah, he doesn't have to stop at our,
atmosphere.
Thank you.
There you go.
Mortal atmosphere.
The thing is, I think this is fan-made art. I don't think this is actually real art from the show, but
I don't know. It looks real enough.
Jay, this ain't it.
I saw Blake actually chime in the chat. It was McFarlane who made the statues at that time. And also around the same time, Jazzwares was doing figures for Yogi Bear and some of the other characters.
And Toyota says, yeah, Jazzwares hit Flintstones 10 years ago. Maybe there's just not enough. Maybe there's just all the. Nah, I think there's. I don't know. We'll see. I guess the true tell, because they haven't released any of those Scooby-Doo figures yet for Jada. Like, I feel like that's going to be the litmus test of, okay, how obscure can you get? Because Scooby-Doo is still popular today. Like, my kids watch the modern versions of Scooby-Doo because, you know, they love Scooby-Doo. So it's you know, and there's a new Netflix show that's going to be made at some point in time or release. So, you know, getting in the weirder, deeper cuts. Hair Bear Bunch is another classic. My mother was in the Ice Capades in the 70s, and so they had a partnership with Hanna-Barbera, and she was one of the Hair Bear Bunch on the Ice Capades. Which, we don't know, Ice Capades, it's like Disney on Ice, but it was its own.
Awesome.
It's the original thing. So she played one of the Hair Bear Bunch in the Ice Capades in the 70s.
That's the first line of your bio. My mother was in the Ice Capades.
My mother was in the Ice Capades. Anywho, Gary, great pick. Even though Giada. I don't think you say that. You just got us demonetized.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Jada Toys is Shirt Tales would be great too. I was watching that in John's shop a couple.
There you go.
Past times I went there. You go. Okay. Quip, what's your next one?
All right. My next guess is not going to be Jada Toys because they're not going to be there. I am going to go with Wave 3 of the Street Sharks.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking because there are a couple of mainline characters who haven't been revealed yet.
Yep.
So, and I don't know how well the villains are selling. You know, anytime I'm in stores and I see them on pegs, it's usually Dr. Paranoid or it's the Slash, you know, with the drill nose. So
nobody wants it except for Gary.
Well, if they're going to do the villains, they still need to do Slobster and Killamari from Wave 1, as well as Benz. So that would be a solid Wave 3 to kind of finish it out. But I don't know if those are going to be Mattel Creations exclusives or not. And quick shout out for what I would love for them to do, kind of a complete curveball. Shout out to Gady's Toys, who just covered this character, but Lena Mack, who is she's the black female scientist who actually helps the Street Sharks in the cartoon that they never made a figure for the first go round. That if it's the anniversary and they're trying to just, I don't know, get all these characters and maybe get a little more buzz for Wave 3, which is, beyond the main line. If you add Lena as a fourth figure in Wave 3, that could get people excited.
That would, How would you actually? Because in the show she's just like a human, right? Like,
well, Ben's is just a human too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like could she have a cool toyetic kind of thing, or would you want her just to be just a person?
They could give her something. She's a scientist. I mean, Ben's has that helicopter thing, right? It's been a while since I actually looked at the figures, but yeah, they could get creative and do something really cool with her, because she's a scientist. It's kind of like the April O'Neil type deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And wasn't there like a blonde-haired skateboarder type dude who also helped them and her throughout the series?
Other than Ben's,
would be cool. Lab would be cool.
So Ben's is the character. Ben's, like, you get the Ben's when you go up too high. I'm thinking, I don't know if there's another one. No.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying lab playset would be cool.
There you go.
A lab playset would be cool there for sure. No, I love that call out. Yeah, you got Slopster. I want is it Moby Lick?
Moby Lick, yeah.
I love how these names are like, porno names or something. Moby
Lick has been revealed.
He has?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I believe back in 2024 they showed off 6 characters, so there are actually some that have been revealed that have not been shown, including Man Ray, Moby Lick, and some more bad guys that will peg warm.
Announced it last year. I guess that connects to it's either it shows up here at Toy Fair, or I think it's dead.
Ooh, that's fair.
Not to be too dark, but it's been a minute. I feel like they haven't talked. I guess they talked about it. They announced a bunch at New York Comic Con. Cool. Yeah. Well, let's actually see some stuff.
Good call out from Tony Taponi, who said Extreme Dinosaurs would be a good logical progression. Does anybody else remember those dogs that were also in that same style? I forget what the actual line is, but it's super rare.
I just
Street Sharks dogs, yeah.
We had a lot of talk about Finn Diesel when these first got announced, but like a Finn Diesel would be great.
Muscle Mutts.
Muscle Mutts. There you go.
Muscle Mutts, yes.
Nice.
Yes, Mattel reveals is next week. I've already signed the NDA. I know what some of that's going to be, but I can't say anything about it till not right now. A date in the future. But Robot Reviews for the $5 super chat. What do you guys think about the 1/10 scale full articulate SWAT Cats figures? Which company would you want to see take a shot at these?
Ooh.
Anybody that'll do it, I guess, and do it justice, allow you to do, because they look great. They look really great.
I'm gonna say either Nacelle or Jada. I think Nacelle could do good things with the SWAT Cats line.
Yeah.
Seeing what they did with Biker Mice. So yeah, and Cowboys and M.A.S.K are coming too. So
yeah, that'd be fun.
And they're building that sort of semi-universe of animated series and comic books and everything. I think
the Nacelle-verse, right?
The Nacelle-verse, yeah.
By the way, I just got confirmation from Ace. He's going to be joining us next Sunday. He's going to be joining us from the New York Toy Fair. So he's going to do some live reporting from the fair. So big news for next week. By the way, we have about 450 people watching right now. Quip was way too nice and made the like goal 246 likes. So folks, hit the like button if you could. I don't where are we at on the likes, by the way. Hopefully we're getting close.
What happens when we hit 300, Jay?
And then 300, what was it was the Where is it at here? Yes, 300
The
likes.
Vecna He-Man.
Yeah, the He-Man Vecna 2-pack. Tucker Prime will be sending that to me to give away to all of y'all. So, and then I do want to plus in just these super chats so I don't forget them from Hawkstop Animations. Looking forward to the Jada Toys Mega Man figures and Jada Toys Bomb Man and Guts Man were the predictions there. But at 300, Jay's giving away his cat slayer. Man, if someone would just pay for the shipping, I will sell it to you at cost.
There you go.
So if anybody
How
needs
many
a cat
likes
slayer,
to get that? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
How many likes to get that Pearl Jam poster, Gary?
Not enough in the world, my friend. 3,000. That's just my default number now.
You heard it, folks. Let's get it going.
No.
All right. Okay. Is it my turn now again? No, it's Quip. Oh, it's your go. That was you did.
Yeah, I said Street Sharks Wave 3.
Jay said to me like, well, you have one. Did you have to return?
His got beat up, remember? His cat tried to escape out of the box.
That's right.
Yeah. So
then shipping to California is not, I can't do it, Mad Hatter. I'm so sorry. If you want to come to Raleigh, I'll hand it to you.
Carry on.
Okay. So I had my next pick teed up and now I've lost this. I'm gonna just vamp for a little bit. Where am I going with any of this? I do not know. Ooh.
Oh, I just want to throw back.
Please.
Paul Galliano mentioned in the comments earlier that they spotlighted James Earl Jones and Morgan Lofting in the In Memoriam segment at the SAG Awards, which is very nice. I love seeing a voice actress like Morgan getting a call out. So
it's it's those things always get me. Anywho, if you give it to me, I'll ship it to Mad Hatter. Well, there you go. I don't think Premium DNA is gonna. Why? Why do you think Premium DNA is not gonna be there, Mad Hatter?
They might be there. They might just be under another name.
That seems to be the business approach. Just change the name. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'll be at Toylanta, so don't sleep on that. That'll be there for sure. Okay, all right. So this next one is a bit of a cop out, because I think toy dealers, buyers have already seen these. They've already put in the orders. But M.A.S.K, I think. I mean, I don't know if Loyal Subjects is gonna be there. I feel like that's a thing they would set up at, but from what I am hearing, did you hear about this? The new M.A.S.K stuff is amazing.
Do you think we'll get a Jamie Kennedy in the line this go around, or is Jim Carrey? He is having a resurgence, so M.A.S.K figures absolutely.
Somebody stop Quip.
It's funny. Gary and I were in John's shop yesterday, and John has some random VHSs there, and Gary just calls out across the shop, "Jay, do you need M.A.S.K on VHS?" And I'm like, "No." Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Not that M.A.S.K, but M.A.S.K. And from what we'll have to just see when we see them, but from what I hear, they are very faithful to the original M.A.S.K, and they're going to be really badass. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But M.A.S.K is we know it's coming. We know it's coming. They've announced it as such. We haven't seen them yet. So I think once we see them, there you go. Toy Collector calls it out right here. Loyal Subjects will be there, and you will see M.A.S.K toys.
Nice.
Very cool.
And they are supposed to be original scale. I think M.A.S.K maybe, it's just my guess, maybe the one everyone's excited about.
For retro toys right now, So the Loyal Subjects is another company that's kind of slept on. They got a little bit of a bad reputation for their Ninja Turtles line.
Yeah, but I feel like they grew over time. They got better.
Yeah, like the Rainbow Bright, Strawberry Shortcake, Gem, like all the retro toys that they're doing now are phenomenal. So if they're doing M.A.S.K, they will absolutely knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
The Gem, I think what made me excited was just seeing how well they did the Gem figures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started hearing rumblings about, what they at least are looking like. And then you heard it here from Blake from Toy Collector Magazine that they will be at Toy Fair and they will be revealed. And so if it's pretty much a recreation of the originals, that's badass, because these have gotten pricey. Dan Larson and I covered M.A.S.K on the Toy Geeks podcast. And as we went through it, like so many of these sets have gotten really expensive. And, as time goes on, the plastic gets brittle. It's not as effective. So if they keep the same engineering, and they probably won't be able to do the vac metal. I would guess they probably couldn't do the vac metal, but like this could be one of those toy lines that absolutely takes, the nostalgic toy collector world by storm. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Looking forward to those reveals.
Same. Shelf presents. I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now. Gear Bear, I think you're next. Your last prediction.
I don't want to talk about it now.
Why?
My last thing was a pleading hope that premium DNA will in fact be there, and will.
I shouldn't laugh at you like that. I'm so sorry.
Let us know what is happening.
It's dead, Gary. It's dead.
but those Earthworm Jim figures. I know.
I'm so sorry.
It's all I've ever loved. Well, one of very few things.
Is Lindsay watching? Is she watching right now?
She's not, which is why I said that. No, it's like her, and then Earthworm Jim, then my parents, then no. No, I would have loved to have seen what else they were going to do with the Clay Fighter line, but considering they haven't made a post on Instagram since 2023, sounds pretty likely it's done. But maybe they'll show up and be like, guys, here's what happened.
Chris, Premium DNA is busy shredding files, dumping gasoline all over there. So they're taking the Enron approach. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And probably the Megalopolis approach. But
they learned it from themselves.
So they're really good at it.
We need like the Obi-Wan meme of just like, of course I know him. He's me.
Yeah. Well, they did that Banjo-Kazooie figure, which you can see in the background, and that thing's freaking great.
It's great stuff.
And I've got the Toy Collector Earthworm Jim, which may be the only one I ever have, but it was a great figure too. So I don't know.
We'll see. Hey, you know what? It ain't over till it's over.
It's pretty close.
We'll see.
It's Jover. It's Jover, Gary. I'm so sorry.
It's Jover.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That could be your prediction. Just hope that maybe something.
Hope is my prediction.
Like Princess Leia at the end of what's that? Rogue Squad. No, Rogue
Squad.
Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
Brain's not working. Quip what you got for your final prediction.
All right. Final prediction. I'm going to go with a NECA.
Okay. Oh, you're going to steal mine, you SOB. Right. But go ahead. Go on.
Really? Okay. All right.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Say it at the same time.
1, 2, 3. Sesame
Street.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to see what other figures we're going to get from the Sesame Street line. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping we go beyond 4, right? I did notice at their last setup, right? So the letters that are being released with the figures they've teased so far are, so we got, what do we get? We got an A with Bert. We got a C with Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Count is supposed to come with an E. And the display actually, like it's kind of, so we got an Eka, so we need the N.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we might get the N with Big Bird because a lot of the old coloring books was like N for Nest.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I'm also going to throw in another kind of like wish, want, hope. And this is coming from a question that Blake posed from Toy Collector Magazine. As far as, are we going to see a street scene like with the facade to kind of look like that Sesame Street main area, right? Are they going to mod their street scene in order to be for their Sesame Street figures? I hope so. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of my what I was going to say too. Like I feel like this would be when they would have like 3 more figures or something, and yeah, I would love some type of scene setting diorama-ish kind of thing. Because unlike Turtles, where I would want a little more depth or maybe a little bit more playability or something, I feel like just so much of like the sets of Sesame Street and just Muppet stuff in general, like it lends itself to kind of that diorama look and stuff. So I think it could be, you wouldn't have to go crazy to still give some really neat world building stuff.
So if that was your last pick too, do you want to go back and forth on the 3 figures? If we're going to get a wave 2 and there's going to be 3 figures. So I'm not stepping on your choices. I already said Big Bird. What are you thinking? I feel like I know what your first one's going to be.
Oh, Grover?
Yeah, that's what. But are we going to get that convertible Grover where he can also become Super Grover? Are we? We're probably going to get a regular Grover.
I feel like Super Grover should be his own thing.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But you could with Grover, because you had like Waiter Grover. Like Grover was so many things. So I feel like you could get a few different looks for Grover. Also, I love when Gary types, by the way. It's just nothing better in the world. Clickety clack, clickety clack, clack, clack. He muted himself. No, I want it, Gary. I need it in my life. But Grover, Oscar the Grouch, I would like. I adore Oscar the Grouch. I just love his design. I love just that old tin style trash can. And then if I had to go more deep cut, maybe who's the maroon guy?
Telly.
Yes, a Telly.
Yeah. That's a solid pick. Solid.
Yeah, a little bit deeper cut, but maybe easy cut pick would be like Cookie Monster, but
or Elmo.
Yeah.
I feel like Elmo would be a popular choice.
Do we need to do Elmo? Can he just stay?
No, we need to do Elmo.
We need to do Elmo.
Generational. We need Elmo.
But this
Elmo is a linchpin in the Sesame Street history, right? He led to the resurgence.
I know.
Right?
Quip, I respect that.
In my late 30s, I've come around on Elmo, which I feel like
I don't hate Elmo. Okay, listen. I am pro Elmo, all right? I'm not an Elmo hater like some people. I just feel like it's been Elmo and the Sesame Street gang for like 30 years, and not that that's not warranted or not, hasn't earned it as a character. I like how this feels like let's go back to the 70s and 80s Sesame Street that us old fogies grew up with. And so like get into that era, and then maybe you could go like mid 90s, later 90s era, where then you can get into the Elmos and the Elmos and the Elmos and the Elmos.
Yeah. Now, have you
is that too much of a boomer take, Quip? You can keep me honest here. Is that too boomery?
It reeks of fogyism. We need to welcome any and all to the Sesame Street, table. And I'm all for Elmo. Give me a Zoe, give me a Rosita. I'll get an Abby Cadabby. Right. These are all, so Sesame Street for me, right, was still Telly, Prairie Dawn, Guy Smiley, right?
Yep.
For me, it was pre-Elmo a lot of times, right? But Then my youngest brother was around during the Tickle Me Elmo. Like he was born, and the hunt for Tickle Me Elmo was for my youngest brother.
Same for my younger sisters. Yep.
Right. So that's still cool, still part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Walking down the toy aisle and setting them all off and running and laughing, right?
You saw them on the toy aisle, like you couldn't find them. That thing was nuts.
Eventually,
you're
like
right.
Christmas you couldn't find them, and then eventually there were just so many of them on the shelves, right? And then when my nieces started watching, that's like the Abby Cadabby period. That's when I got more familiar with Rosita. So I'm babysitting my nieces and watching Sesame Street with them. And then when my daughter's born, we're watching Sesame Street. And of course, so there's still Elmo, there's still Zoe, Rosita, and you got Abby Cadabby, and I'm forgetting the other one. There's a newer Muppet that's on the spectrum. That's just cool for kids to learn about people with different types of abilities, and to be able to teach them that young of how to be around it. No, it's not contagious. This is how you engage with people, right? It's just the acceptance that comes from watching Sesame Street, which apparently you didn't learn about acceptance because you
I didn't say I didn't support it, Quip. I'm just saying, can it just be old first and then we'll get, because we have that now.
That's fair. And one of the things, and I will say, you probably are correct that they won't get to Elmo immediately, all right? But Elmo might be a wave 3, wave 4 character. Only because the box art that they came out with, I don't know if you can Google it and pull up the image, but I don't know if anybody else had the Sesame Street hardcover book set.
Yes, that's what it's based after. Yeah,
exactly. So that's one of the things that like we had. It was on the bookshelf. You got to grab it before bed, and you sit there and you read through it, right? So that was a little older. So I don't think Elmo was around when that book set was really popular. So because they have chosen to go that way, and that's not to say that they can't do box art for Elmo.
G1, that's it. It's G1. I want
G1. Can I just throw out the character that I would love to get?
Real quick, just to let people know, we did hit the like goal, by the way, the really easy like goal. So we're already over 200 and something, 50 something likes. So we will be doing a duck race, folks. So hang in there, and Quip will be giving away the first set of Street Fighter figures. Jada Toys focusing on the more core older style characters first before they get into the newer characters.
No, Jay, because they have Fei Long in wave 1.
Damn it! See, I can't even. You're right.
The original 8, they had 2, and then they still brought the new challengers along for the ride as well.
That's right.
You win.
I got those first 2, and I was like, "Who's this other guy?" Fei Long is the Elmo of Street Fighter. No.
Heard it here for hashtag Fei Long is our Elmo.
One character that I would love to get from Sesame Street that I don't think will happen, but would make my heart happy would be Barkley.
Oh, Barkley
is a solid choice. Absolutely.
Barkley's a great choice. I think that was in. I think when Dole and I did our what we wanted to see in 2025 or whatever, I think Barkley was one of his picks.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I just think there's a lot you could do there. Chase, Fei Long does kind of sound like Elmo at times.
That's true. That's fair.
The thing is, I do a great Elmo. Again, I love Elmo.
Do you want to have an Elmo off? Because I do a solid Elmo too. Go ahead.
That tickles. That's not even a good one.
What tickles?
Elmo loves you.
Elmo doesn't like child. Elmo thinks child is Spider-Man.
Anyway.
This is now creepy.
It wins. It's not creepy. Dear God, make it stop.
Make it stop.
Hashtag disturbed.
Did the likes go down in the last 30 seconds?
We've actually lost likes and viewers and subscribers. We're doing great. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
I almost left.
Should we go to the giveaway? Should we do that? Or should we talk about Anything, I guess final thoughts on Toy Fair. Any just final things? We'll wrap it up here. Gary, I don't know. What the final thoughts? I'll get you a refund, Josh. I'm sorry.
I feel like I saw a lot of good things in the chat, and right now I'm blanking on all of them. Someone did call out Speed Racer, which I think would be fun to see again.
Yeah.
Demolition Man. I'm seeing a lot of Demolition Man.
Yep.
Suggestions.
I have some that I started throughout that I'll plus in once you.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, then as for my thoughts, I'm just excited to see what happens. Apparently, the majority of people that I wanted to see aren't going to be there, so maybe I won't go. I wasn't going to anyways. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Quip, final thoughts from you.
Yeah, same. I was actually trying to search for the list of vendors who are going to be there. I didn't find it. I couldn't find it on the Toy Fair website because I know a lot of the guesses, a lot of the people on my list as we're going through the episode were not going to show up, as Gary just said. But I'm just excited to see new toys, see what comes out of, left field, completely off guard, no idea. Oh my goodness, they're doing this. That would be exciting, so always excited to talk toys, always excited to see the coverage from many of the toy tubers who spend their hard-earned money to get there, get the press passes, and get coverage for people like me who aren't going to travel immediately and be in the room, but it's like we're there. So shout out to everybody that is going to cover it, doing all their streams. Make sure we support all those toy tubers. Yeah,
I know for a fact, Dan, you're going to be there, right? I think if he's still in the chat, Dan Larson will be there. Pixel Dan always does a great job covering all the big events, so I'm sure he's going to have all of his great coverage there. I know our friends at Toy Anxiety are going to be there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great coverage there. All right, let me plus in some of these. There you go. Saturday and Sunday, Dan Larson will be there.
All right.
But anywho, let's plus in some of these chats here. Let's see. Saturday Morning Fan, NECA Short Circuit Johnny 5 would be great. Yes,
please.
Anybody, whoever picks up Johnny 5, I will be your fan for life. It's just that simple.
Keep it Johnny 5 variants, though. We don't need any brown face.
Yeah, speaking
no Fisher
problematic.
Johnny 5 all day long, man.
Yes. Yeah. But what about was it Gutenberg? Gutenberg and
Gutenberg's fine.
Yeah.
You get Stephanie
on
there. Yeah.
Stephanie, you can't just no brown face.
No Fisher Stevens. Let's forget.
No Fisher Stevens.
Short Circuit 2. Not a thing.
Yeah, I mean he's a great actor too. Well, I mean, whatever. It belongs where it is, which is back there. We don't need to bring it back. Surf Ninjas will be fun. I would die for Small Soldiers. That's another one. I love that. I mean, Archer is the man or the humanoid leader of the Argonauts. Gorgonites.
Yes.
Gorgonites? I think Gorgonites. Personally, Captain Power's ships would look amazing today. Bruce Bryan, my final thoughts is Elmo's voice haunting me in my sleep. So sorry. Saturday Morning Fan, Monster in my pocket. That would be dope. Judge Dreads, I predict I'll be able to buy anything from Toy Fair. That's fair. Micronauts, that'd be great. Spaceballs, there is that sequel coming up at some point in time.
Really?
So,
yeah.
Is Mel Brooks involved, or did he sell the rights for somebody else to do
No,
this?
I think he's involved.
He's involved, and from what I understand, now I've just heard this. I don't know if this is like legit or anything, but he is like filmed parts for that over time, knowing that they'll get to it at some point. So even if he like passes, there's going to be Mel Brooks stuff for that film whenever it gets done.
Okay. I know people who know Mel, and I can confirm that yes, that is true. So,
wow, Gary with the hot goss.
I know people who know people.
I know, I know people who met him at a restaurant.
I know a guy who knows Mel Brooks.
There you go.
And I think it is called Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. I believe that is actually what it's going to be called.
Beautiful. Video Power Gaming. Don't tell mom the babysitter is dead. Build a babysitter. Visionaries, that's a great one. Tiny Toons, I love Tiny Toons. Yeah, give me some of that 90s cartoon love. Captain Planet, same, you know. Video Power, I know Gary, and he knows people.
Oh, that's right.
I know
someone
who
who knows
people.
someone who knows someone.
Exactly.
It's really just a daisy chain, yeah.
We're all part of the network now. We all have some amount of degrees to Mel Brooks, and that's gotta feel special, you know?
There you go.
All right. Let me put in the chat the Google form for the giveaway. So let me press that in. Copy responder. Link. I have to. Anyone with the link can respond. So copy responder link. It's a little bit different now. Oh, Toy Story 30th anniversary for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. I think somebody mentioned it's the 50th for Jaws too. And
it is. Oh yeah.
Crazy guess, NECA doing ultimates for Jaws because they haven't done ultimates. They've done their cloth figures.
Exactly, the kind of Mego-ish plus.
Yeah, but they haven't just had the straight up ultimates that they're known for that are the 7-inch scale. I think their cloth figures or clothed figures are 8 inches. So that'd be cool to see.
That'd be great to see. I think the one thing that's you can't get a Brody because his estate won't approve it. It's funny. We were talking to John about that yesterday in his shop because he's a diehard Jaws fan, and apparently there's some tweaks that would have to be made for them to ever get the Roy Schreider license to do it. Exactly, they'd have to make it in the USA.
Yeah. It's not impossible. But
you know, it's I haven't played this clip in a minute. Hold on.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
But anyway, we're at 275 likes, so we're only 25 likes away from getting the additional giveaway. I guess whenever you send it, Tucker Prime, to me, then we'll do that giveaway. But I'll put the link back in the chat again. So put your names in. Remember, you have to put in your YouTube username. Quip is giving away a full set of the first wave of Street Fighter figures from Jada. So this is your chance. Dave, did I miss a super chat? I'm sorry if I did. Dave, oh, here we go right here. Grover starring in There's a Monster Inside of This Box packaging in the style of the book. That would be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Gotta have that.
Shelf presence, hoping for M.A.S.K and NECA 2012 TMNT reveals. We know we're going to get M.A.S.K reveals, and I would assume we'd get some NECA 2012 TMNT reveals, but and then $2 super chat from Michael. Sounds like a lot of to hide your hatred of Elmo. Again, I love Elmo. He's my favorite. Matt had a reviews. I predict 0 good Warcraft product and third party once again grabbing all their money. Probably not wrong there. Toy Collector called out Jaws turns 50. Big happenings there. So to see Johnny Disco and another all male superpowers wave. Good times. A Super 7 Mumra Tomb, maybe. We'll see. Nick Dillinger, this is a great call. Predicting that Thundercats and Motu gets revealed, would assume so. And so much more. Thank you everybody for giving your suggestions. Hope everybody's getting their usernames in for the duck race. Live from Olive Garden, Silver K. It's Sunday night. Smack that like. Oh, thanks. Appreciate
Smack the like for soup, salad, and breadsticks, everybody.
Unlimited breadsticks.
I'll slap a like for unlimited breadsticks.
Oh, man, next show. Okay, next Sunday, gentlemen, we'll all get some breadsticks and we'll rock it out. I'll get so bloated throughout the night. Okay.
Time party.
Just real quick before we do the duck race, just a couple other things that I did want to talk about. For starters, Joy Toy has been kind of, making everybody excited for their Turtles stuff that have kind of come out hot and heavy. And now they have done my favorite character from Turtles, Casey Jones. And he looks pretty damn solid. I will say, though, it looks cool. I'm just personally not feeling it. But Quip, you're a big Turtles fan. Like, what's your thoughts on this Casey Jones?
Others have pointed out the fact that all of the gear in the bag seems a little like, if you go to the image of him standing, it seems a little wieldy. I think this is a really cool iteration of Casey Jones. Joy Toy is knocking it out the park with every drop.
And they're doing different things, you know?
Yeah. And so I like that fully armored or all the hockey pads kind of, I don't know, he almost looks sort of like Juggernaut playing hockey right there.
Yeah.
But,
or Rollerball. Remember that movie? Was that Rollerball?
I do remember Rollerball. Who was, I know LL Cool J was in it.
Yeah, and then the guy from American Pie.
Oh yeah, Chris Klein? No.
Yes?
No.
Chris something.
He's one of the Hollywood Chris's.
Yeah.
He's not even in the top 3 Chris's, but he's
not
there.
top 3, but I mean he's on the list. You know,
He's
he's
the Timu Hollywood Chris list.
Timu.
Yeah.
I was right. It's Chris Klein. It's Chris Klein. Yeah.
Chris Klein. Oh, I heard Pine.
Chris Klein.
Chris Klein. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Back to Casey Jones.
No, let's talk about Rollerball for an hour.
James Caan is the original Rollerball, so that's the 70s version, and then the early 2000s had a remake.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No, I'm a millennial, so I'm not talking about the original Rollerball. Come on.
Well, I watched it because it was one of my dad's favorite movies, so I watched the original one, and then he was really excited they were doing a remake, so we went to the movies to see the remake, and he did not like it.
Did he feel about the remake of Rollerball the same way you feel about Elmo?
I like Elmo.
Let's talk about this.
I'm never beating the accusations. I'm never beating them. I'm done.
You're toast, Jay.
I'm done. But again, he's got full on roller skates, and they're not even like inline, hockey roller skates. They're like 70s style roller skates. I freaking love it. It's fun.
It's cool, yeah.
But for me personally, it doesn't quite. It's not an unlocking anything for me. But for those that are liking the Joy Toy stuff, I do think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we've got ourselves the what's this race? Like the Triceratons?
Triceratons.
Yeah, Triceratons.
Yeah, so that's Zork. Yeah.
Yeah, Zork.
So second in command, the green guy.
And then Captain Zorax.
Yeah.
They look
this
good.
is where they really tempt me. So I know usually the litmus test for whether I want in on the line is Rocksteady and Bebop. Of course, they did a phenomenal job with that. A couple people earlier were calling out Dino Saucers. So part of the reason why I like these, and there are a couple of other dinosaur lines that are coming out actually, like Dino Warriors. But these are like these are specifically Dino and their aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these definitely give me Dino Saucer vibes. So
for sure.
I'm always a fan of the Triceraton figures. I like NECA's interpretation of them, but I like that these could potentially take more space or take less space.
Mm-hmm.
So you could build it out, and then you could even get more vehicles to make it more of an alien presence with this Triceraton line. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, these definitely look more in line. I mean, they're doing different things with it, but more in line to the original Mirage Comics like version. And they look sick. They look really cool. They look really, really cool.
Sorazoic Warriors and Armies of Ashmore are the two lines that I was thinking of that kind of have the Dino Warriors out right now too. But
I know somebody that got a great deal on some Sorazoic Warriors. I think he's going to share them in After Dark tonight.
Are
no
they here?
spoilers, Gary. But he got them for such a good price. Good Lord. This is a great. I love random stuff, Neil. So thank you, Hunter High. Did we ever get Sequest DSV figs back in the day? Speaking of Roy,
I don't think so.
They had to have done something.
Are you typing now, Gary?
Roy,
can't you tell?
Yeah, I heard the ding after it got to
I feel like. Yeah, here we go.
They did, yeah, Playmates.
Okay.
You can get the whole set new in box.
Ooh.
For only
Wow.
$150. That's not bad.
$149.
Even the
Got it.
dolphin?
You got Dolphin and
Just-
this guy and this guy and
Wait.
this guy.
Oh, they got that guy?
They got Roy. Hey, they got Roy. We could just do a custom for your own Jaws figures.
That's true.
Yeah, but these are Star Trek style for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could use one of those dolphins as an Echo figure if you're really.
Here's the thing, Gary. You're a sucker for random 90s shit. I feel like this one is calling your name.
It's not.
Do they have? So is this? Oh, it's the complete set. So this is the
Complete.
show that had Jonathan Brandis on it, correct?
I actually know very little about this show.
Okay.
I watched it when it was on. It was like a syndicated.
Yeah, the kid
TV
from
show,
Ladybugs.
right?
That's what Brian Merchant is saying. He was in Ladybugs. He was in Sidekicks. Jonathan Brandis, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. But he was good in it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Is that
Thank you. Allison Troy confirmed. All right. Perfect. Yeah.
nice?
That's all I know about the show is that Jonathan Brandis was in it because he was big at the time. So, yeah. And I was a kid, so kind of follows.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. But Joy Toy, pretty cool. Just real quick, Marvel Legends did a thing. It's a cool Ghost Rider Spider-Man, but it's a Walmart exclusive. That means I get to officially give it the. Just pulling all the sound bits tonight.
Yeah, you are.
But he looks cool. He's pretty neat.
Yeah. Solid suit, fun to play as the Spirit Spider in the actual, PS4, PS5 game. Yeah. That was a go-to. Going to be real popular. A lot of people are going to be going after him.
Yeah, and that's what kind of even if you don't play the game, it's just a cool looking figure. And so it is a bit of a bummer that it's exclusive. And you could say it's laser repaint, but you could say that probably about a lot of Marvel Legends. Ricochet Rick. It's kind of its whole thing. Kingpin looks pretty nice.
It's a guy.
Big dude.
Damn.
Which is what you want him to be. And then what are the big ones here? The thing is, like, I got the sequel, so I have that. You have like his first suit. But I started playing Astrobot, so that's what I have been playing. So I haven't gotten back to the Spider-Man, but
which we need a solid Astrobot line. Hey, wait, is Jazzwares doing the PlayStation line? Who's doing that?
I don't know.
Doing like the PlayStation figures. It's not Jazzwares. It's gonna bug me. Somebody in the chat.
Is anybody doing Astrobot? Because I'd buy some Astrobot. My kids would love.
Well,
Astrobot,
the only Astrobot that's out right now is the Nendroid Astrobot. But there's a PlayStation line of figures from like they did God of War and his son, and then they did another game that I'm not as up to. Okay, it is Spin Masters. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
there you go.
so Spin Masters is doing that, and so I'm waiting patiently because that Nendroid Astrobot, which looks really great. It's funny that we're talking about that now, and we're looking at these. Yeah. So the Nendroid Astrobot looks awesome, and they just recently had a re-release, and I feel like it might be coming out. Like BBTS might have pre-orders that are supposed to be shipping in April, if I remember correctly. But Nendroid is. See, so it's good. It's through the Good Smile Company, and they have been linked with some nefarious websites. So I'm trying not to support them.
Well, why'd you ever bring it up? I don't want to look at it. Go away.
Well, I was bringing it up to say that that's the only one that's been out now, and I really hope that Spin Masters gets to the Astrobot. So that's what I'm waiting for. My money is going to go to Spin Masters.
All right. Yeah, nice. Exactly. No,
they
evil.
keep their nose clean,
as far as I know, or they do a good job about hiding their dirt a little better. I don't know.
Right.
All right. Yes,
I like the black web on that.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
On the
symbiote
Venom suit Spider-Man. Yeah. That one is cool. And yeah.
Jay, just to help you out, I might buy 2 of those.
Ooh.
Why?
I was trying to get you to play the soundbite.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. Hold on. Sorry.
He got 2! He got 2! Get the mailman! Get him!
Secretly, I'm not going to buy 1, but I just wanted to get soundbite bingo. So.
But yeah, and then this big Venom, I think, was probably the one.
Ooh,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
He's a big one.
He's a chonky. He's a chonky boy. He's pretty cool. Also, I love the saliva goo in there.
Yeah, that's an
gross.
interesting piece that they included. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would have been, well, let me appreciate what they are doing. I need to be in the habit of being appreciative versus, oh, you know what they should have done? Like, you know, we do so many
No,
times
you
as
need to
collectors.
listen. If you're gonna be out here a talking head, you gotta have strong opinions on things, okay? You gotta take a stand. Like you hate Elmo, which I don't hate Elmo, everybody.
Lots of good people doing lots of good work. This is a solid Venom. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, what do you wish?
Tell us how you really feel, Quip. Let it out. Let the hate flow through you.
I was thinking what could be let me phrase it this way. What could be a cool custom piece that we could see down the line is seeing Harry, like the head of Venom go over Harry, because that's what a lot of people want to see, like from the animated. You want to see the Brock getting covered by the Venom and his face is kind of poking out. So to get a Harry face, which their likenesses of the actual video game models, oddly enough, haven't been as good as some of their like real life like face scans like coming out of Mattel. It's interesting. So I can understand why they didn't necessarily go that path, but it would be kind of cool to see the Harry head being engulfed by Venom. That was my thought. So if somebody does a custom, please share. It'd be awesome.
Maybe it's just because I've been streaming for a while now and I've my brain's gone to mush. But I know what you meant by hairy head, but when you said it, I was like, oh, it's just like, is it rooted hair? Like how hairy does it have to be?
Harry Osborn.
Yes. Hashtag stop Elmo hate. I'm so sorry.
Here we go. Yeah.
Damn project. I have lots of Elmo friends.
Some of my best friends are Elmo.
Oh God. Neil Hunter Hyde, Sequest TSV, Lucas Walsnack, Jonathan Brandis figures. Now headed to my house by way of eBay. Well, there you go.
Nice.
Helping you get things in real time. Anywho, let's do our damn duck races. Okay, hopefully people put in only let's see how many responses we got. 119 responses. I'll give you all one last chance to put in your names here. Elmo must die. Jay, calm down. And I love Elmo. I have a Tickle Me Elmo right over there. Actually, I think I sold it at the last toy show. Just about 300 likes. Okay, well, there you go. Get those likes in, folks. Over 430 people watching right now. So put in those likes. Okay. Duck racing. It's been a minute since we've raced some ducks.
Yes.
I got to log in.
Yeah, I'm seeing for the like goal, at least on my phone as I'm watching, it says we're at 299.
Oh, so close.
And Neil Hunter Hyde just confirmed that. We're so close. Quick, somebody make a fake account.
No, we have enough people watching. Just hit the damn like button.
Oh, we're at 307, guys.
Hey, there we go.
Hey,
we did it. Did it.
Okay. I was gonna threaten that if they didn't hit the like button, we do the Elmo voice again, but we don't have to.
But now, hey, Quip, now we know. Just keep that one in our back pocket just in case.
And I'm going to practice up so I can join in next time.
There you go.
You just see me staring in the bathroom mirror.
He's a full Elmo supporter. GD Elmo. GD Elmo.
GD Elmo.
That's solid.
Oh my God. Okay. I hope everybody's put in their names. 143 people. Quip, why don't you show off what is on the docket here to be given away tonight by you generously.
Ooh, so we got a Fei Long, and we've got Ryu, and we've got Chun-Li. Wave 1, Jada Street Fighter. If you've been thinking of getting into it, but you want to sample it, you want to take a little taste, wet your beak, so to speak. Why not try them for free? First taste is free, all right?
And all three are amazing figures: Chun-Li, Ryu, and Elmo.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of my favorite lines out there right now. So to get these three for free is a golden opportunity.
And so as we're waiting, quick plug.
Sorry, I had to remove some of
GDL.
these. Some people are putting some inappropriate words in here.
Oh,
so thanks for
no.
making my life difficult. Go ahead, keep talking, please. Yeah, go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
Fun
Plug
time.
away.
But the GDL Patreon, which gets you access to the GDL Discord.
Oh yeah.
If you want to sign up for it. So it's $4.99 a month in order to get access to it. And in there, actually, right now, somebody, I believe it is Sebastian, selling the complete line of all the Jada Street Fighter toys because he wants to get into the Storm Collectibles line. So right now, I think he's offering them up for like $150 for all 9 of them. Yeah, it's pretty decent deal. So they're plugging them for Sebastian, but if you were to pay $5 and you can get access to that deal, people are buying and selling figures at decent amounts all the time. Or, I mean, it's free if you sign up for these, but we're not always doing giveaways. So just another fun thing to do in the Discord is get some good deals, strike some good deals. Collectors helping collectors, basically.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And it's well worth the $5. And then we're gonna hang out tonight. I think tonight we're doing, this was Quip's idea. So if you hate it, it was his idea. But if you love it, it was also Quip's idea. Just either way, it's his idea. Talking about the Jeffries winner reactions, winners and losers. So after this show, we'll be talking about what we thought about the Jeffries. And then also Gary and I went to John's shop yesterday. So I know we have some hauls to share. Do you have any hauls to share, Quip, in there?
Nope, no hauls.
Okay, so perfect. So it'll be, oh, did I mess up no, I got the names right. They're in there.
Wait.
All right, so 1 minute is what the timer is going to be set to. Wait, it has to be more than 100 names. Ah, shoot. Maybe it got wiped out. Let me do it again.
Do
I have 100
already.
What?
Do it. Somebody says do the giveaway already in the chat.
I know, I'm so sorry. It takes a second to get these things going. I hope you all could just, have your own live streams one day.
Yes, be patient. Be kind, everyone.
Oh, wait, they cap it at 100? I thought I had a premium account.
Ooh.
The duck race done changed.
Yeah, they change it? Oh, shoot.
Raggy.
Yeah. Damn, now I gotta pay for an extended whatever. Click here. Yeah, you gentlemen keep talking about something else while I do this. Go ahead, go.
Hedgehog Action called out the GDL Discord is great. It is a great Discord. I'm still trying to understand Discord, but I really enjoy all the conversations and things that are happening over there. So for $5, it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's a bunch of people in there who've given different pointers. I'm getting back into graphic design. Right now, I've just been trying my hand at Affinity, the Affinity Suite, because I don't feel like paying the membership for Adobe.
Yeah, it's fair.
It gets a little pricey, especially as just a hobbyist and not a professional. So I'm starting to dig into Adobe Designer more recently, and then Adobe Photo. So it's been cool. Yeah.
Nice. I remember when Adobe was pay once and it was free. What the hell happened?
I know. That's my other boomer take. It's why can't I just buy something and own it?
Why can't I own things that I purchase? God, you're so old fashioned.
Don't put me on a monthly drip, damn it.
Right. That's why I do all my video editing through DaVinci. I used to use Adobe Premiere, but DaVinci is free and it's just as good, just a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it?
I think so. Thank you for vamping as long as you did.
I can go for days. I have opinions.
But I had to pay in real time. but now we should be good to go. There we go. 149 people. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. We didn't lose too many people. I tried to get that going. Anyway, please, everybody, come hang out after dark. Any of our patrons, and like Quip said, the Discord is a ton of fun as well. All right, again, we're giving away first wave of Jada. Gary got me almost saying Jada now.
I still say it wrong in my head. So every time someone's read it in the chat, it's been Jada. So. In the chatta, it's been Jada.
In the chatta? Want some chatta?
You mean it's not pronounced Chate? Sorry.
Oh my God. All right, let's do this thing. Here we go.
All right.
May the best duck win.
Duck race. Duck race. Oh, Milky.
Let's see. We got Saturday Morning Fan in the lead. There is a he who shall not be named duck, and I can't control that. I'm so sorry. We got Paul Galliano, Shamal Kumar is in the lead. Elmo sucks. Who put Elmo sucks? It wasn't me.
Is that your YouTube name?
Elmo sucks is in the lead. Come on.
If Elmo sucks wins, that's going to be the best because you know that's not their YouTube name.
Because nobody has a YouTube name called Elmo sucks. Slave to Leia in the lead.
Oh,
Andy Stoops is up there.
Mike
Chris Beck is somebody's coming in from the back. Who's that? ATX 2006
is
running away with it.
Oh, but pulling back.
Whoa.
Liquid Cucumber. Eric McAvoy.
It's gonna be close. Eric McAvoy. All right, congratulations.
Well done, Eric. You have won. Quip. Pat, should they send an email to me and then I'll send it to you, or what?
Yeah, if they send an email to you confirming, and then we'll get the address going, and I'll get these out ASAP. Yeah.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Happy to help
Eric.
another collector.
Send an email to geekdeadlife@gmail.com, and then we'll go from there. And then someone's asking, how do you get the Discord? When you sign up on Patreon, it sends you an email, a welcome email, and it should have a link to join the Discord. So Justin, if you have joined the Patreon, just I guess hit me up again, geekdeadlife@gmail.com, and I'll get it working for you. Sorry if it hasn't been working. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you for hanging out tonight. It was a ton of fun tonight. Again, I don't hate Elmo. We don't need him right away. We can take time. We don't need to get to him so fast. And we'll see you to our patrons in After Dark. Next week, tons of fun. We have Ace from Ramen Toys going to be joining us live from the floors of the Javits Center for New York Toy Fair. Hopefully our predictions ring true. If not, there should be tons of news that we'll be covering next Sunday. So hit the subscribe and the bell so you don't miss any of it. Check out Gary at Wax Nostalgic Network, his YouTube channel, and Quip, any socials that people should be following you at?
Nope.
Cool. We'll see Quip here or wherever else he shows up. Until next time, hasta luego and goodbye. Have a good night, everybody.